What's going on, yo? We up in here once again. We talking Cowboys, man. Week 1 is upon us, man. Finally, man. Just a few more days and it's game time, man. The NFL season officially starts tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Thursday. I'm tripping. Today, Tuesday. It officially starts Thursday, man. But what we waiting for is on Sunday. Week 1, Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants, man. We are back and back on the road, man. It's time, man, once again to get it cracking, y'all. So, man, as y'all know, man, we back on our regular scheduled program. And we back with the scout, man. And the first thing I wanted to talk about, man, is the New York Giants offense versus the Cowboys defense, man. That's the first thing I wanted to talk about. T-Dub, what's going on? That's the first thing I wanted to discuss, man. Looking at the Cowboys and looking at the New York Giants. Now, I'll be honest with you. Wide receiver core still look mediocre. The Giants is pretty much the same to me, other than Waller and an improved offensive line. They got Schmitz at center. I believe what was that? The Minnesota center. Andrew Thomas, who's their best offensive lineman, and Evan Neal. Now they got Cole Beasley though, but I don't think really Cole Beasley gonna really do too much for him. He'll make up some plays here and there, but I highly doubt that he gonna really make a game-changing impact for them. But that's the type of wide receiver that he needs. But other than that, we're gonna get into all that, man. We're gonna get into that. First time. First time. Yeah, that's what's happening. He on IR? Oh, yeah. Well, he wasn't gonna make no difference anyway. But yeah, man. So I'm doing my report. So first things first, man. I wanted to get in, man. We're gonna dive straight into this, y'all, man. We're gonna get straight to the point, man. You know, we ain't gonna waste no time because we got some things to talk about. Corey. So my key players is for the New York Giants is Darren Waller and Darius Slayton. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Saquon should be giving it a go. Let me make sure. Let me make sure because I know he had that contractual thing going on with him. I believe he's still giving it a go. But either way, say for instance, if he didn't give it a go, whoever's at running back is going to be a key piece to the equation. But let me make sure, man. Because yeah, man, you know, we gotta make sure real quick. Plan. Saquon playing let's see. To be ready for week 1. Oh no, that's old. Okay, so he should be. So it's saying he should be good. Oh no, he said he's sitting out. Oh no. Yeah, he should be good. Okay, I didn't see 2 conflicting reports. Okay, so I mean we're gonna regardless running back or not, we're gonna prepare like Saquon up in the mix anyway. So them the really the key players, man. Now you know you may have other players, man, such as like maybe like what was it, Paris Campbell, maybe might make a sneaky play here or two. But when it comes down to focus, them the guys that you focus on. As I look, man, some of the key matchups though, even though them was key players, some of the key matchups that I got is Michael Parsons versus Andrew Thomas and DeMarcus Lawrence versus Evan Neal. Now, DeMarcus Lawrence, man, he did Evan Neal bad, real bad last year, man. And when I say bad, he did that boy greasy. Rich. Yeah, we're gonna get into that Giants defense well, probably tomorrow. Because I definitely see some things like, okay, yeah. I was looking at them, okay. Yeah. That's definitely probably the best unit of that team, anyways, that defense. But yeah, man, them two. Now we can look at the improvement that they got at offense, and we can look at hopefully the improvement that we got on defense. However, them two matchups that I named, we win the matchups. It should be easy. We should have an easy time. Now we know we coming off of a time where our middle was weak. This is talking about last year. Our middle of our defense was weak. DNs couldn't set the edge, worth nothing. So understanding not only is we supposed to try to have improved the middle of this defense, even though unfortunately, man, DeMarvion Overshown is out for the season. By just having an emphasis of going in and doing your job, doing what you're supposed to do for your position will ultimately improve the run defense in itself. Because if I'm the Giants, I want to test that out. I want to see how good the Cowboys run defense truly is. You know, the Giants done, played with that offensive line a little bit. I want to see how good that Cowboys defense has improved, especially in the interior, especially in the run game. So I want to test temperature. And I believe that the Giants are going to test temperature. So you're going to find out off the rip, is this Cowboys defense, man, made strides, man, to ultimately, man, being better in that department of stopping the run. You're going to find out week 1. And you really going to find out week 5. But we'll get to week 5 when we get to week 5, man. So, talking about the matchups. So when we look at Waller, going back to the key matchups, when we look at Waller, we're looking at, okay, so how does Curse, because J-Ron gonna probably get some of that. I believe, man, I seen in his video yesterday, he was talking about being up to the challenge, man, in that matchup with him and Waller, because, they got familiarity with each other. So that's a matchup that the Cowboys going to have to win as well, man. And if push comes to shove, man, you might have to go ahead, man, and put a little bit more attention that way of Darren Waller, because look, man, like I said, man, the Giants have made try to make improvements, but let's be real, man. What you really worried about, man, is Waller. That's the number one when it comes out of receiving threat is Waller. So you take Waller out. I don't care if you know what. You take Waller out, it's going to be the same old Giants as far as offensively. But, of course, man, it's going to be more than Curse on them. You probably going to see Israel on them because no Lou. Nashawn, I believe I've seen is on IR. So, but he probably wasn't going to be activated anyway. So you're going to see probably a little bit of the safety is definitely going to be on them. We banged up on that defense, y'all. So that bottom half of the roster of people that we might have normally didn't think would be available week 1 is definitely going to go ahead and have to make that money and show what they can do, man. Our depth is definitely going to be put to the test, especially at corner. Because we waiting on these boys to get back. But we got our top 3 though. Bland, Gilmore. That's what I'm excited to see out there, man, to see how he complements Trayvon Diggs. But we got that going on. But yeah, man, what if I was a case though, if I'm the Cowboys though, even though Curse is probably gonna start off on them, I'm putting Israel on them. I'm putting somebody with that size, somebody that can run. I'm putting Israel on him and try to neutralize. You know how we did with Byron Jones, man, when Byron Jones was here, when he was playing safety, how he would match up with one of the better tight ends all the time and try to neutralize them. That's exactly what I would do with Israel Mukwamu this game. I don't know if that has been discussed, but definitely, man, I'm putting Israel there, man. Darius Slayton, man, Darius Slayton can take you over the top. So Darius Slayton ain't no bum. Darius Slayton definitely somebody that's gonna have to, have attention. But the good news is that we ain't got to worry about Anthony Brown getting toasted. The good news is, man, we got a real boy at corner on the other side of Trayvon Diggs, man. So that's the good news, man. So whether it be Slayton on Gilmore, whether it be Slayton on Trayvon Diggs, man, one thing that I ain't worried about is Darius Slayton this game. I'll be honest with you, but he's still one of their better. No, he's probably the best wide receiver that they have on that roster. He is the best wide receiver that they have on their roster. They got they got Paris Campbell, a wide receiver. Jalen Hyatt, the Tennessee cat. Y'all know I wasn't too high on him, but he got speed nonetheless. Sterling Shepard, he's been in and out over the course of his career with injuries. I don't know how far back he is. I don't know if he's ready to go this season, at least week 1. But right now, I'm gonna come with the assumption that he's ready. So Sterling Shepard, and as we found out, Cole Beasley out, and then we have Isaiah Hodgins. I'm not too familiar with Isaiah Hodgins, but I'm pretty sure, man, with my improved cornerback play, that the last thing I'm worried about is Isaiah Hodgins. I just tell y'all that right now. The last thing I'm worried about is Isaiah Hodgins right now, man. Now, when we look at the quarterback aspect of things, man, we looking at Daniel Jones, man. See, now the only thing with Daniel Jones is what you got to worry about with him is him improvising, him extending plays with his legs, his mobility, his ability to do the read option. Them is things that you don't want going with Daniel Jones, because if that's the case, and now he's able to be a little bit more comfortable in that pocket and make you some sneaky throws. Now, I'm not saying he a bum, because I was always higher than Daniel Jones than most people were. But let's be honest with you. In this game, we want Daniel Jones to throw 40 plus times, because if we having Daniel Jones pretty much throwing 40 times, you would have to say it's a win. See, what the Giants want to go ahead, they want their ratio of run to pass. They want at least a 60% in just running that rock. They want to go ahead and kill that clock, keep that defense on the field, man, and go ahead, man, and keep kind of like what we wanted with Dak Prescott last year. Have him about, no more than 35 attempts passing, no more. That's the max. We would love 35 and under, and to just go ahead, man, and just impose your will in the running game. And coming in, that's what the New York Giants want to do to Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they can say what they want. They can go ahead and try to put an element of surprise here and there, and they probably will be, because they knowing how we know them, and they claim that they know us, but that ass whooping we've been putting on them, I couldn't I couldn't tell. But nonetheless, man, you got two teams familiar with each other with new toys. So that's the only thing that's going to go ahead and go with the element of surprise is the new toys that they have. But yeah, man, y'all know what the game plan is with that, man. They want to pound that ball, man, and we can't allow them to do it. This is where Mozzie Smith comes into play, because he going to get some tick. He going to get some love this game, man. He going to get probably 30 snaps. At least he going to get about 30. You got Mozzie in the play. Osa, I mean, I love y'all. I don't never be worried about Osa. Osa gonna do his thing. Another year, added that grown man strength to him, added some more size. Some Osa gonna be Osa, man. We got Big Hank. See, last year we had Hank come into play over the course of the year during the trade deadline. Now we got Hank from the get-go week 1. So, man, having Hank, man. Now I said, I don't know. Now look. Now with Mozzie Smith, man, now he made strides, man, week one, man. He improved his play, right? At that last preseason game, though. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm still in the unknown when it comes to what Mozzie Smith we gonna get week one. Now I'm not saying he gonna do bad, and I'm not saying he gonna do good. But I'm just saying now is the time to show. I don't expect that man to go ahead, man, and just be Dexter Lawrence, as you could say, as I gave a comparison. I don't expect him to be Dexter Lawrence. I don't expect him to be Leonard Williams week one. But I do expect for you to at least do your job and do what we came to do, which is keep them linebackers clean. Because yeah, man. Because we already gonna have, the focus is gonna be on Waller, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be times where Leighton Vander Esch is gonna go ahead and have to peel off, man, and carry a Waller up the seam or something, man. So we got all these things in the play because we got no Donovan Wilson. Donovan gone. You're gonna miss him. You definitely gonna miss him because there's gonna be times where you're gonna have to have that spy. We used it last year, and he did an excellent job in spying. So now it's like, okay, who's gonna spy? Because we knew for a fact that Overshown was gonna be used kind of in that role of being a spy and multiple things, and kind of like in the mix of a curse in the Donovan Wilson. But now it's like, okay, your spies is probably gonna be what? Marquise Bell, Leighton, probably Clark, and maybe one of these safeties. So, because you definitely got to keep that eye on them, because as the Giants showed you in the past, man, they're not scared to go ahead, man, and run their quarterback, man. He's actually at his best, man, when he got that run game clicking, when he using his legs and with the passing game. So I wouldn't even be surprised, man, if Daniel Jones got 10 rush attempts over the course of the game. Actually, I expect for him to get around that number, whether it be creative and whether it be called runs. So that's something to always, because we got killed. Y'all remember, man, when the Bears quarterback, man, ran numbers on them. We definitely, man, have shown the ability to be vulnerable with these mobile quarterbacks, man, coming off of last year. So that's definitely gonna have to. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, is this defense improve the way that we want them to be? I'm not expecting somebody to be top 5. I'm not expecting this to be a top 5 run defense. Now, overall is a different story. But I'm not expecting top 5 run defense, but I'm expecting a whole lot more improvement. So we can talk about the improved back end and how this back end gonna look when everybody is healthy. But we automatically know, no matter, regardless of what the back end looking like, we know that up front is where we're gonna have to make this money this year. Because if we getting beasted, if we getting punked up front, like we've been doing, yeah, man. Y'all know what time it is with that. But yeah, man. Also, man, what's gonna go ahead, man, and be something I look for is my linebacker. Since we talk about the middle of the field, my linebackers gonna be linebackers, man. And what I mean by that is we know our linebackers can go ahead, man, and cover. We know Leighton and company can cover. But I need to see some physicality. I need to see some hitting. That's what I want to see. I need to see, is Clark taking the next step, which I believe he will. Is Clark going to take that next step and come out there and pop? Leighton Vander Esch. Now, I know, man, you about 6'4", 6'5", 260 pounds, man. But look, man, is you going to show these boys the way, man, and show them what a real linebacker is supposed to do, man, and come up, man, and fill that gap. I understand that you got that neck injury, though, man, but this has been a reoccurring thing for quite some time now. We need you to come over here and set the tone. We need linebackers to set the tone. Now, I'm pretty sure Harper probably going to get some love this game, just off of going ahead and stopping the run alone. And we're going to talk about that, because that's one thing I'm a little concerned about, though. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit, though. And also a key in this is stopping the yak yards from whether it be Saquon or any other running back, man, that they got going on. Stopping the yak yards. On contact, they go down. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. On contact, they go down. If we can get that going, man, that's another key, man. We want Daniel, so we want to choke out this run game, right? And we want Daniel to throw the ball. And we want to go ahead, man, and allow this pass rush, man, who's shown that they can be dominant last year, and with the pieces that you got this year, should be even better. It should be better. When you address the inside, man, of being able to go ahead, man, and push the pocket. You got your toys, you got new toys, you got toys, man, that can go ahead, man, that has improved from one year to the next, such as Sam Williams. I believe Sam Williams is going to take the next step. So that's going to go ahead, should do nothing but add to the pass rush. What's his name, man? Viliamu Fahoku, he better be activated, man, because I believe, man, regardless, he's one of your better D linemen on his team, man, from whether it be stopping the run or the pass, man. He need to be activated. So we get to see these new toys out there, right? We get to see maturity from your new and your young pass rushers, man. So I expect, man, for them to go ahead and know when to go after it and when no to, all right, man, let's make sure. I want to see how they prioritize. Look, we know we can get to the passer, but is you gonna choke out this run game first? Is you gonna take care of home first? Right? You know how they be like, okay, you can't go out to play unless you clean your room. Is you gonna clean up your room, man, before you go out to play? Or is you gonna come and go ahead and maybe get the win, but leave that room dirty and have to face the consequences of mama giving you that spanking when you come back to that dirty room after you came to play? That's all I'm saying, man. So they're gonna have to fix that right there, man. But I'm excited though, because I'm ready to see, man. But as we discovered, man, to keep all that to be in conclusion with that, the Giants' best bet is to go ahead and bring the physicality to the Cowboys. That's their best bet of winning. I don't care how good their defense is, which we're going to go ahead and talk about the next day. I don't care how good their defense is. If they want to win, they got to chew up that clock. Saquon and company going to have to go ahead and run that ball. They're going to have to keep this defense on their toes. They're going to have to bring everything up. Now, we should be able to go ahead, man, and afford more bodies in the run game because your coverage, your cornerback room has got better. I expect Bland to take a next step and be better. And we got a vet in Gilmore. And we got, man, the money, man, with Trayvon Diggs. So I expect, man, for everything to be everything, man, and going against their receiving core. But like I said, the money thing is what we going to do in a run game, right? Now, look, it's going to be interesting because y'all know, man, regarding this 53, I personally wanted to keep Quentin Bohannon just for debt reasons, for it's a long season. And just in case, man, Mozzie, let's say for instance this, right? Let's say for instance, if Mozzie Smith just play horrible, not saying he will, but let's just give you this what if. What if he plays horrible? Now you got Hankins, who definitely can't play 60 plays a game. Osa can, but that's it. Who gonna come in? Because it definitely ain't Neville. Viliami Young, he still got to go through his growing pains. He got to go through what he got to go through, unless he just the second coming. Ghostin, he's a tweener. He's like a Viliama, but Viliama a better Ghostin. Let's just say that. And then you got DNs. You see, we know that we can rush the DNs. We know we can bring the DNs. Third down is perfect for everything that we got going on. But that 3-body rotation, man, will probably Viliami and Ghostin. That fourth spot is gonna be important. Whether it be especially and on third down too. Now we can have the, as Dan Quinn will call it, the NASCAR package. That's cool. That's cool. But having that fourth that we can go ahead and say, okay, he's quality against the run, that's important, man. And we need to find that out this game. Who is that guy gonna be? Because we know it ain't Quentin. We know it ain't Quentin Bohannon. Who is that guy gonna be? Because like I said, you're one play away from you just having 2D tackles that you know for sure is real boys in the run game. But who gonna back them up? Because you one play away from it having to be Neville Gallimore. So Golston and Villiamo gonna have to step up to the plate and show that they can do that. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I was his recruit. Okay. Jalen Hyatt. Okay. But and here's my other concern. Will the lack of linebacker depth hurt us too? Now I know Wilson, when he come back, he's pretty much considered a tweener. I know Curse is pretty much considered a tweener. But in all, it's still good to have four linebackers that can go ahead, man, and fill in, whether they starting quality or not. Right? Every team need a Joe Thomas. Right? And now, when I seen on that depth chart, I don't know how accurate this is, y'all. But when I see Marquise Bell, the backup Mike, I had to pause for a second, y'all. When I see Marquise Bell on the depth chart at backup Mike, that blew my mind. Because like I said, Leighton hasn't over his career shown the ability to be healthy. So you're also one play away from it being Marquise Bell and Clark, or Clark and Harper. Now, like I said, I love Harper when it comes to between the tackles. But when it comes to sideline to sideline, let's just say he about a half a step slow at times. Not saying he a bad linebacker, not saying he can't play ball and be quality NFL linebacker, not saying that. But there was a reason why I said that Clark, what's his name, man? Not Clark, but Jabril Cox. I would have loved to have him. Because when you look at your current makeup of the linebackers, right? Let's just include Marquise Bell. All of your other linebackers other than Harper is what? Sideline to sideline type linebackers. Leighton, sideline to sideline. Clark, even showed you in the preseason, sideline to sideline. And that's exactly why you went to go get a Mozzie Smith in him, to keep them linebackers clean, because we don't want Leighton fighting off, constantly having bodies in his face. Now, as a linebacker, that's the inevitable. You're going to have that, though. But you want them to be as clean as possible. That's why you get the big boy. And that's why I thought that we was going to keep a surplus of big boys. So with that being the case, will that linebacker depth hurt us? Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm concerned that Marquise Bell is my backup Mike. I'm concerned. We already got Leighton as Mike, and he's not even really a true Mike. When it comes down to style of play, he may be built like a Mike, but style of play, he ain't no Mike. And they got Harper designated as a strong side linebacker. Now I know that when it comes to linebackers, man, uh, when it comes down to what type, it don't really matter, especially in today's game. But to have him as strong side linebacker, that's a title that I did pay attention to because that's going to tell me and how he going to play. All right, let's see. Let me give you this. KJ Wright for Seattle is probably the role that a Harper will have for here. Like if push come to shove and he had to have an extent. Think of KJ Wright in Seattle. KJ Wright is a heck of a linebacker, especially when he comes forward. But do we want KJ Wright in pass coverage though? Not really. Right? Do we want him one-on-one with Saquon? Not really. You'll feel a little bit better about Clark running with him. You would have feel a little better about Leighton running with him, but do we want Devin Harper to run with him? No. Marquise Bell can run with him. Catch my drift. So that's my thing, man. That's my thing, right? So now since we have, because we're gonna run multiple safeties, y'all. We're gonna have 3 safeties on the field at all times, right? So, but we know that early on, especially since Wilson got to come back, Curse is gonna go ahead and get a lot of responsibility playing in that box. A lot of responsibility, man. And I personally, I stated this before. I'm not opposed to having Curse in the box playing the way he been playing, but it would have been nice to take a little bit of that off of him. So when it's time to go ahead, man, and toward the end of the season, the middle to the end of the season and playoffs, man, he can be a little bit more fresher than he was last year. Because you can look at Curse and be like, Curse banged up. Right? He a warrior and he played through things though, but you can look at it like Curse banged up. So that's my thing, man. And looking about who we missing and will our new addition, Noah, will he be in the fold playing some special teams? Will he be in the fold? I don't know. We know that they're gonna see Israel as pretty much damn near the fourth corner and our rookie as the 5th. So in that department, corner is not really too much of a concern. It's only gonna get better when Lewis come back, but corner is not a concern. But I believe, man, I honestly believe the way that this roster of how we built right now and for who's missing, I believe that we're going to miss a little bit of Donovan Wilson. Not saying that it's going to affect the win-loss record, but we're going to miss a little bit of Donovan Wilson. We're going to miss him a little bit. We're going to miss him. Because y'all got to remember, man, when we did our scouting reports last year, we was like, Donovan Wilson is our most physical player. Donovan Wilson was pretty much our most we pretty much had him at backer, and he was our most physical player. He was setting the edge. He was blitzing. He was spying. We're going to miss that. And so that's why Marquise Bell is playing linebacker, because we're going to have to try to replace that for the probably maybe 3 weeks he about to miss, 2-3 weeks maybe he missing. So that's probably going to be the biggest thing that you're going to see, but they're going to have to overcome. But yeah, man, that's what it is, y'all. I mean, it's really as easy as 1, 2, 3. It really is easy as 1, 2, 3. Even though we got a couple bodies missing right now, even with us being banged up, right now your defense, roster-wise, available-wise, right now, is still better than last year's. Still better than last year's. But things that especially with the Cowboys D versus the Giants O. I just want to see, is that physicality gonna be there? I need to see what see what see. Look, pay attention to them 2D tackles. Pay attention to your ends in the run game. Pay attention to your linebackers. Pay attention to them. Cause y'all know they're gonna run, cause y'all know, man, as Tampa did us in that first game, and I believe it was the first or second preseason game that it was Seattle that ran that play. But to go ahead, man, and seal your ends and your linebackers in the play that Tampa kept whooping us with Leonard Fournette. I expect to see that play to see if the Cowboys have progressed in handling that play. I expect for them to take a page out of that because that's going to tell you right there if your people is ready, especially your ends and your line. That's going to say if they ready right there. That's going to tell you everything that you need to know. And then is Micah Parsons going to stop on run plays, taking a B gap release, and then trying to use his athleticism to try to recover? That's one thing that we're going to have Micah do too. Look, we know, Michael, you're great. We know you're gifted. But technique is what you need to focus on. Doing your job is what you need to focus on. You just do your job better than most, right? We don't, you know what I'm saying? See, by somebody being so technical, being technically sloppy, even somebody as good as Michael Parsons can give up big plays. We've seen it last year when we did our film sessions. We've seen it. Even somebody as gifted as him can give up big plays if they're not doing what they're supposed to do on the edge, setting that edge. Run, then the pass. Now, Sharif Floyd, from the draft, when he was talking about, oh, we worried about striking alignment now. We not just attacking, we striking alignment now. We're going to see because we had the personnel to do that. DeMarcus Lawrence does that well. Right? When DeMarcus Lawrence was at that peak, he does that well. Michael Parsons has the ability to do that well. Sam Williams, that's something up his alley. Dorrance Armstrong, he can do that. So we have ends. We have the D tackles that can do just that. So we're going to really see, right, did Dan Quinn really get these boys right? Because a lot of that was mental. As Kirsch would tell you last year at them interviews, oh, we know we have the personnel to get it done. We're just not getting it done. So that tells you, because I agree, that just tells you right here, mentally, is they going to get it done? Is they going to stop being selfish? We had a lot of selfish players, including your boy Michael Parsons. He was selfish. A lot of people won't admit that, but he was moving selfish last year. Him and Lawrence was moving in a selfish manner last year. They ain't gonna tell you that. Why is we chasing sacks? And why are we still chasing sacks? And we giving up and we getting punked in the run game. And then that selfish manner, it trickled down to the rest of your team. It did. But when you got your leaders, man, having an emphasis on doing your job and doing what you're supposed to do at all costs, because all it takes is just one person to be out of position. If you're worried about being in position, then I'm gonna tell you what, in this game, it may be close early because everybody hyped, they pumped up, they fired up. Giants got their new toy. You got to adjust. But that second half, we should pull away, man. I don't know what that spread is though. But if it's like 7 or 8, how usually it probably would be around this time with the Cowboys favor, I would take that. I would take that. Cowboys should pull away double digits on that. Like I said, it may be tight early, but they should pull away late. You should pull away late. The Giants, let's be honest with you. The Giants can't bang with us in any type of way. in any type of way. They don't have the personnel to bang with us, even the coaching. So I tell you this. 3 points. Oh, take that. Take that. 3 points with the spread. Oh, that's so easy. Easy money. I thought they was going to get the Giants more respect than that. That's so easy. Easy money. Easy money. Because ain't no way. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. If they taking that down to the wire with the Giants and we got to win on the game-winning field goal, I don't care if it's first night or what. They didn't play well. If they allow for if that's what it takes, they didn't play well. Now, a win is a win, and we take it how we take it. But I can just tell you this right now. If it comes down to a 3-point win, they didn't play well. The Cowboys did not look well. And some of the things that probably haunted us in the past haunted us on Sunday. I can tell you that right now. And then I will go ahead, man, and beat that horn for a cause of concern. Let's be real. Because look, this team has been together. We have experience. This is the same core. Just a few additions, like a Cooks and a Gilmore and some rookies. This is the same team, same quarterback. Couple little tweaks in here on the offense, though, but tweaks that'll go ahead, man, and be for the betterment of your personnel. This is the same core you've been going to war with the past couple years in the playoffs. The same core, same coaching staff. We should be starting off hot, to be honest with you. It should be hot. There ain't no, oh, man, we got to get together, man. We got to go in, man. Oh, man, we got to adjust new off. Nah, no, none of that. None of that, y'all. This team. And then it's a division where you coming in and you ain't got to see nobody unfamiliar. It's somebody that's familiar. You know how they get down. Just a couple new toys you got to deal with. Like I said, the adrenaline gonna be running. They're gonna be excited. So by them being excited, they're gonna come to play at first. But that second half, man, when you let bygones be bygones and pythons be pythons, man, they better pull away and take that home. Because y'all know we're going to run the ball. I mean, we're going to throw the ball. We pass first. We pass first and we run to end the game. That's how we rock, y'all. And what you're going to see, I don't want to talk about it too early because that's going to be our next slide. But a lot of what you're going to see on that offense, it's going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. I'm sure of that. So it's going to be a little bit different. You know, the ideology that we have as far as what best suits this team for success, it's not going to be like that. But as we noted, we have the talent for the defense. The only thing that need to change on the defense is this, your mentality. That's it. And if that mentality changes, we ain't worried about a Saquon. We ain't worried about who they got there with Breida or whatever they got back there. We ain't worried about that. We just got to do our thing. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I ain't worried about a Paris Campbell, an Isaiah Hodgins, a Sterling Shepard, a Jalen Hyatt, even though he's speed, but like I said, man, not worried about that. Not worried about a Slayton. I'm worried about is we going to do what we supposed to do. That's all. We just got to do what we supposed to do as a team. You know, if we make mistakes, turning the ball over 3 times, and we giving a team that in all reality should not play with us, the ability to play with us. Because let's be honest, other than the injuries, who going to beat these Cowboys is themselves. Like it's been, though. There's been teams, lots of teams where you could say that who gonna beat these Cowboys? Oh, themselves. So when you turn the ball over, when you play sloppy football, have so many penalties, right? Beating yourself. Now, it's like this, right? It's like this. We hear all the interviews on how excited they are to come back. We hear the expectations. We hear Dak and him tell me Super Bowl or bust. We hear the noise. We hear ESPN give us that we should be in a Super Bowl with the Jets at the end of the year. We hear Ryan Clark and them tell us that we should be a top 5 defense. All the noise, this, that, and the third. What they gonna do, y'all? What they gonna do, man? That's what it is. That what they gonna do? How bad you want it? How bad is it change? Cause we thought last year, we thought last year, y'all. We thought last year was yeah, that was it. We was gonna get over the hump. Nah. And we made certain improvements last year. We thought we was gonna get over the hump. Oh, we brought in T.Y. Gallup in there. We're gonna get over the hump. CD better. No. So I should tell you, right? We had the talent to overcome that playoff team 2 years in a row. But we didn't have this to overcome that playoff team. So this doesn't start during the playoffs. This, your mentality, how you go about things, it starts now. Mike McCarthy made a statement talking about this is, as far as their focus, man, and their competitive spirit, this has been the best that he's had since he's been here. Cool. I get that, I guess, right? That's cool and everything. That's wonderful. But all of that doesn't matter if it doesn't start now. You see, it starts like if when the bad habits that you build, your mentality that you carry out throughout the year, it's hard for you to just turn it off like a light switch. You don't every year you don't get to be an Indianapolis Colts, man, when you got Dwight Freeney and Mathis, right? How they're so horrible against the run, then all of a sudden in the playoffs, they just turned it over. That doesn't happen often. That doesn't happen often. So the habits, man, that you want to carry out throughout is gonna make it's gonna make or break, man, how you respond, how you overcome adversity, and how you go about the playoffs. Because we know, y'all. We know. I'll tell you like this: we know there ain't no such thing as next year with this team. Ain't no such thing. No such thing, y'all. No such thing as damn NFC. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I know we've been talking about getting to the NFC Championship, but that was last year's goal. Let's be honest. That was last year's goal to try to make it to that type of game. This year's goal with the team that you got, with what's going on in the NFC, come on, man. There's no reason. There's no reason why they can't go ahead, man, and uphold their part of the deal. There's no reason that any team that they see this year should stand in their way when it's all said and done. Now, this season is going to go ahead, man, and provide many trials and many tribulations. But real championship teams overcome it all. Real championship teams overcome it all. So if this team going to really be a championship team, there may be a time, man, the injuries that you got to overcome. We overcome it now. We didn't have some people that we were really going to count on that's hurt now, and some hurt for the season. There may be a game, man, where you didn't have that, like that Romo game, man, against the Buffalo Bills, man, and had 5 picks, and You may took that game. There might be a game like that. There might be a game where, just things wasn't clicking right and just was sloppy. But you had a chance to take it in the end. There may be games like that where you're gonna go ahead and the defense gonna have to get this stop. They're gonna have to shut them down 4 tries in the goal line, because if they score, it's over. They score a touchdown, it's over. They may gonna have to do that. All of that is gonna equate to how you're gonna perform when it matters the most. Because let's be honest with you. Yeah, last year, because we can use it. Yeah, last year this team was getting to the pass rusher, but they had bad habits. And when it was time to go ahead, man, and get that ball back, what happened? The similar situation that was last year. They couldn't stop them. So when you least expect it, them bad habits is gonna go ahead and come. So if they did what we supposed to do, so like I said, it doesn't matter how improved you are by getting big boy Mozzie Smith. It doesn't matter how improved you are in the back end, that linebacker, if that mentality ain't there. That mentality is there, then you can do all things. But if it ain't, and we can, and trust me, y'all, we're gonna know week 1 about this mentality. Just like, see, look, the Tampa Bay game was a perfect example of how that season was gonna come to play. Right? Tampa Bay game, they ran over us week 1. We didn't know what's going on with this. Why we can't? And then what happened? It carried off until what? Whole season, and in the playoffs, right? Yeah, there may be games where they look good, but that's because other things contributed to that. Let's be honest, they've been horrible the whole year with that. But your mentality and how you're gonna come and how this season gonna play off, it's gonna show. It's gonna show week 1. So you want to know how this team gonna look for the rest of the season? Just pay attention to week 1. Pay attention, because everything that we see in week 1, like I said, just came through, showed us, and it happened the whole year. That's all I'm saying, man. No matter how much talent you get, if this ain't there, your season is already done. But all right, y'all, man, I'm getting ready to go back and get ready to prepare for talking about this Cowboys offense, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Until next time, y'all.